This video was made possible by my patrons at patreon.com/sunnylandprods.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
So, one tradition started early on in the history of Disneyland was that of the cast member name tag. Walt had the idea to have the name tags feature the cast member's hometown as something of an icebreaker. For example, Walt's would say Marceline, Missouri. But as you may or may not know, my name tag says that I'm from Las Vegas, which means people always ask me about Vegas, but I moved away from Vegas when I was 13, which means I've spent over half of my life here in Florida. In fact, if you exit the Magic Kingdom parking lot, keep driving down World Drive until it ends, and then turn right, navigating a traffic circle that wasn't actually there before, you'll find Celebration High School, home of the Storm. Every time I come back over to this area, it's actually crazy to see just how much things have changed. But I'll come back to that in a little bit. As you might remember from the Davenports and Demise video, one of the electives I took at Celebration was video production. And I would take video production for all 4 years of high school. I actually have no clue what the TV production class is now, since I found out that Miss Larson is no longer at Celebration. But the TV production lab was insanely nice. We had Macs with Final Cut Pro, and we started with older DV cameras, but later upgraded to a whole series of newer camcorders. And I did eventually get a Mac, which means I now have my own personal version of what we used in school at home. Although, I typically use my iPhone camera to shoot stuff because it's better quality and I can airdrop videos instantly. So, the first 2 years of TV production were all about learning the basics, with TV2 including learning the production of the morning announcements, so that you could then go into TV3/4. TV3 and 4 were the first class of the day, and if you weren't working on the actual morning announcements that day, either in the studio or field announcements, you were working on some other project. And this included the Staffer of the Week. The Staffers were shorts that were usually some kind of sketch where we picked the teacher or staff member of the week at the end, and whoever won got a primo parking spot right in front of the school. And 10 years ago, I of course had the idea to do one based on Phineas and Ferb. Of course, the biggest challenge in all of this was finding people to act in it. Mostly, we had to work around lunch or star period, which was this kind of a once-a-week free period, and beggars can't be choosers. I played Phineas, my friend Leo played Ferb, our friend Annabelle played Isabella, the school principal played Monogram, and other roles were various teachers and staff playing themselves. The absolutely wonderful Miss Liz standing in for Candace, one of the deans, Miss Holder, standing in for Linda, and my former chemistry teacher, Mr. Keston, standing in for Duvenschwartz. So the first of these two shorts opens with a reminder of my terrible old channel name and a reference to the Mission Marvel opening.
Ms. Larson, Phineas and Ferb is making a staffer.
Hey, as long as it's done by Friday, I don't care. I don't care.
I remember wanting to do a version of the actual theme song, but it never happened.
So class, we're talking about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. This was one of the cultural and artistic achievements of the Babylonians. As you can see pictured here, it was an architectural marvel for its time. All right, that's it for today, guys. Have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
And apparently the class periods here are like 5 seconds long.
You do know that you can't build on school property, right?
Oh, yeah. We bought the land across the street from the school, and we'll work on it throughout the day. I know what we're gonna do today.
Miss Holder! Miss Holder!
What?
Phineas and Ferb is definitely up to no good this time. Like, for real.
Hey, where's the staffer?
Good morning, Agent S.
And I have no idea why I used the James Bond theme instead of the Perry the Platypus theme. I mean, it's not like I really had to worry about copyright here, especially for a clip that short.
We have some information. It appears that Mr. Keston is up to his old tricks. He may be purchasing a significant number of belts. I want you to find out exactly what's happened and take care of it.
The staffer jar standing in for Perry was so stupid, but I think it works so well. And I think all of the shots with the staffer jar were just on the floor of the TV production classroom.
So I was wondering if you would want to go out with me sometime?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Oh. Yeah, like that's never gonna happen. Why does this have to be so hard?
Hey, no
No spontaneous musical numbers during lunch.
Oh, right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my friend actually wrote an original song for this that we were supposed to have, but then it got cut, I think mainly because we just didn't have time to actually figure out doing it as a musical number. So it's just this joke that it gets cut off.
Spontaneous musical number?
Spontaneous music number.
This has been going on for way too long.
What, My Fortunate Love Life or the subplot?
Both. Stop singing about asking him out and just do it. What did Clay Aiken and Shaka Khan say?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently the shot with the photobomber was the best take that we had.
Mr. Keston's Evil Science Classroom.
Ah, Steph of the Steffer Jar. What an unexpected surprise. And by unexpected, I mean totally expected.
I asked Mr. Keston to do this because he was the only science teacher I actually knew, and I'm glad I made this as short as it was because he's just very flat. And you'll see how I rectify that in the sequel.
You see, as a teacher, I'm tired of seeing students sag their pants. So that's why I created the Pull Up Your Pantsinator. Wait a minute, where are you going? This plan isn't evil. Doesn't make me any less of an evil scientist.
Oh yeah, and I think that was the boomer lever I built for Science Olympiad.
They're so busted. Miss Holder!
Presenting the Hanging Gardens of Babylon 2.0.
Wow, Phineas, this is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute, hold on. That's supposed to be Baljeet? The kid with the stupid wig? Why did we need a stupid wig for him? Oh, because we had a white kid playing Baljeet and apparently we needed to make his hair look different. Why did we even have Baljeet in this at all? We could have just said that he graduated high school early because that's what he ended up doing in the show. Granted, this was a year before After Age came out, but still, so stupid. Why did I do that? What was the point of having him there? He doesn't even say anything.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like it's gonna rain.
Derek was a really good choice for Buford, though. He actually looks the part. We referenced the construction across the street, and that went from being an apartment complex and later a McDonald's right down the street to a whole shopping center with a Publix. I realized that by the time I got over here, it actually was about time for school to end, and I really didn't want to film a whole bunch of stuff when there's people actually here, because it's kind of like, who's this random person just hanging out? But there's more of them. Football field, that direction. There used to not even be a street over here. This is all new. There's more development further back, which was not there before. So, like I said, this area has just changed so much. I mean, there's a Publix, there's a McDonald's, there's a 7-Eleven, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. Also, I really should have brought a jacket. It's cold right now.
Do you want to go hang out with me in downtown Disney tonight? Just you and me? We could go bowling, maybe see a movie.
And you can tell in this scene that I didn't have nearly as much of that that red Party City hairspray in my hair, because I'm pretty sure we had the one can to work with for the entire week we were shooting this, and go figure I was running low, because I had to wash my hair at one point, so. This could possibly be the best day ever. Today is gonna be a great day.
Curse you, Steph of the Steffer Jar.
And I really like that I made the credits scene here a farmer and his wife reference. That's one of my favorite running gags from the show.
Come on, we have to get the show done. Do you think a time machine is going to fall out of the sky?
This was a no.
Go!
Well, you're about to get hit with a time machine. Rules of the show. See ya.
I just don't understand this show.
So, when that first Phineas and Ferb staffer came out, everyone really liked it. And I'm not just talking about the school. I mean that Dan and Swampy saw it and liked it. So much so that Swampy ended up following me on Twitter, back when it was actually called Twitter. And with such a strong positive response, I decided to plan for a sequel. But while the Phineas and Ferb plot from the first staffer was pretty much entirely drawn out of a hat, this one would be based around the school's actual carnival that we had at the end of every year. And apparently because I was really concerned with continuity here, I had a whole scene explaining why we had actors change, even though I don't think most people would have cared.
So I'm guessing Annabelle can't do it.
Nope, she got bogged down with tons of crazy work and stuff. But hey, at least we actually have a track record now, so getting someone from TV production to play Isabella should be easy. I mean, I already have someone from the third period playing Ferb.
Wait a minute. I'm not playing Ferb.
No, you made no sense as Ferb. Not only are you Mexican, but you don't want to dye your hair.
I've got to admit, in hindsight, I think it was actually way funnier to have Leo play Ferb, although, like I said earlier with the cheap hairspray, he would not let me go anywhere near his hair with that, so...
You want to make it to the carnival, it's not that hard. Don't worry, underclassmen, you'll go far. Just come to class every day and master the art of being punctual, spirited, and no tardies. Yeah, we just here to motivate y'all. So hurry to your classrooms, run down the hall. If you have to, do what it takes to make it. All these points up in your face and you just can't shake it.
So the way that the carnival worked was you earned points throughout the year for various things like perfect attendance, no tardies, no like detentions or whatever, going to various events, school spirit week, things like that. This song was about that, and it was supposed to be its own thing that would have had like a separate music video for the morning announcements, but that never ended up happening. So we asked the guy who wrote it if we could use it for our staffer instead, and he was like, heck yeah, you guys can use it for the staffer. So that's how we actually had a musical number in this without actually really having a musical number. And from what I heard, they don't actually do the carnival anymore. They kind of split it up so that they have different events throughout the year instead, but I'm not too worried about them. I mean, you know, they still do a lot of cool stuff at that school. Plus, if you want to go ride carnival rides after school, just come over here. This is like 5 minutes away. So, as I sort of said with that opening scene, it was a lot easier to get people on board this time around, and Michaela did a great job as Candace.
Oh, gee, maybe she didn't ask you because you're totally useless when it comes to any physical labor. Okay. Well, listen, I will call you back later. I gotta go. All right, bye-bye.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, Miss Liz, how have you been?
I've been pretty good.
Have my little brothers been behaving for you?
Yeah. After the last time I realized that they were building stuff across the street.
The old not under our jurisdiction, huh?
You know it.
Yes, these two were definitely in the same room together when we filmed this.
So let's see, if we put the dunk tank here and the snow cone booth there, we could...
Phineas and Ferb, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, hi Candace. We're in charge of the carnival this year.
How did you two get put in charge?
I put them in charge.
Ooh, plot twist. Can it, Minnie Stacy? With all due respect, Miss Larson, are you crazy?
No, I'm not. I mean, think about it. It's the perfect job for them.
Seriously, if you had Phineas and Ferb going to your school, you'd be crazy to not put them in charge of something like this.
But they're gonna build something insane. Didn't we learn anything from the laser light show at the block party? Oh, wait. That's it.
What's it?
None of your concern.
Okay then. Well, my guess is that we just lost Candace, but we have enough people as it is. Let's get to work!
Hey, have any of you guys seen the staffer?
No.
Morning, Agent S. It appears that Mr. Keston is up to no good again.
So I messaged Swampy asking if he'd be willing to do a cameo as Major Monogram in this. He of course said yes. I sent him the lines and he did this for me. I remember when I was editing this, Miss Larson asked me, is anyone gonna know who this is? And sure enough, the whole day I had people asking me, holy crap, that was the actual guy? How'd you get him? It was super cool.
He's been seen buying up tons of computer equipment. This could be totally harmless, but nothing's certain. Find out what he's up to.
He could just be building a computer.
He's an evil scientist. Do the math. Does Doofenshmirtz do anything normal with the stuff he buys? I don't think so.
Hello?
Mom, you have to get over here right now.
Yes, Candace. I know that the boys are in charge of the carnival. Can I get back to work now?
Miss Carpenter as Linda was another great addition to this one. She and Michaela really did an amazing job here. And actually, that was her son Andrew who had the little voice cameo as Carl just now.
Alright everyone, I want to thank you all for coming out here today.
Anything for you, Phineas?
Let's get to work.
Note to self, file a restraining order against Irving today.
I think we were a little too mean to Irving in this. Although, then again, if it's high school and he's still spying on every single thing they do, maybe not. Maybe we were the appropriate amount of mean to him, I don't know.
Zero gravity ride, bumper cars, laser tag. They're so busted.
So, Miss Larson gave me a list of what was going to be there, and at the last minute we found out that it wasn't going to be the zero gravity ride, it was going to be something else. I forget exactly what it was, but it was kind of like a scrambler, I think?
Yeah, the bumper cars ended up being disappointing, but the food was on point as always.
Mr. Keston's evil science classroom.
Stuff for the stuffer jar. How unforeseeable. And by unforeseeable, I mean completely foreseeable.
So, I knew I was going to need to have Mr. Keston as the doof stand-in again, but I didn't want it to just be him, because he was really flat. So, I asked Miss Farrell to be there, and that was definitely the right decision, because she's really funny in this.
Yeah, the evil laugh just isn't really working for you. You're not very dramatic.
Why are you here again?
You asked me if I wanted to have lunch with you?
Anyways, remember that blackout we had back in November? Where Building 7 lost power for like a week? Well, ever since then, we've been slightly behind. That's why I created this, the Carnival Points Awayinator.
Yeah, this was an actual thing that happened. For some reason, there was a blackout that just shut off power to one of the buildings at the school. And it actually lasted for about 3 days, not a week like he says.
Yes, I am an evil genius.
Ah, yes, and that's my crappy old laptop that my sister killed the following year by dropping it off a desk because she was trying to play Minecraft.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's a read-only copy. Curse you, read-only documents.
Curse you, read-only documents. So stupid. That's so stupid, but it's so funny. Oh my god, that's so lame, but it's so... I don't know why that just cracks me up, but it does. And yeah, I know it's like I'm laughing at my own jokes, but like this is me from 10 years ago. This was my writing from 10 years ago.
And people wonder why I only ever talk to English teachers.
So, what now?
What in the world? What is going on with this shot? Why is it cropped like this? Oh my god, was somebody flipping off the camera? That had to be what was going on. Somebody was flipping off the camera, and I had to crop it because I couldn't have that in the final shot. Ah, damn it. This is what happens when you cast a bunch of people to act in your thing that are not actors. And are just dumb high schoolers.
There's donuts back in my classroom for all of you who helped out.
Oh my god. I'm too fat already. I'm too fat already was an ad-lib. I did not write that.
I can't believe it. It's still here.
What?
All the crazy rides the boys built.
Candace, honey, the boys didn't build that. The school ordered it.
But zero gravity, the bumper cars, all of it?
Yes.
There you are, Candace. You promised you would help out and then you disappeared. You are so busted.
As you can tell by this very shitty green screen, I was not able to get Miss Larson to walk out to the football field, so that was just a shot I got of the empty wall and then her in front of the green screen.
Ooh, plot twist.
You like that? It's a callback to something I didn't even hear. In your face, logic.
I just don't understand. Why would Love Muffin reject me?
What is Love Muffin?
The League of Villainous Evildoers maniacally united for frightening investments and naughtiness.
Let's put it this way. I'm more evil than you when I'm grading literary analysis papers.
So I wrote this line, which was sort of a thinly veiled reference to how I felt about the way she graded literary analysis papers, and Miss Farrell insisted on adding on to that with,
I'm not evil when I grade papers. I'm helping children everywhere with their writing, so you're welcome.
Thankfully, she paused for long enough that I could still interject with Mr. Keston's, to be fair, that is pretty evil.
Delivery for Mr. Keston.
A package? Nice. Wait, what's this? We regret to inform you that due to Mrs. Holder's recent activity, you have been downgraded from a minor threat to a non-threat.
And yes, if you couldn't tell by the very loud spacebar presses, yeah, Mr. Keston is reading off a prompter that's directly on the screen there because he could not remember any lines I fed him to save his life.
Non-threat? What could Mrs. Holder possibly be doing that's more evil than what I'm doing?
Oh, yeah. With the Dean Duplicator 5000, I can be everywhere at once. Now no one can be late to class, ever. Oh!
had Miss Holder go from being the mom figure in the first one and being exasperated to being the evil scientist in the second one, which, you know, she had a good time hamming it up with that. That was really fun. She liked that. She was known as one of the more strict deans at the school, but she can be fun when she wanted to.
It's not really evil, but I'm pretty sure that it's illegal. Put a stop to it, Agent S. You know, Carl, it's weird that he's not an animal.
Is a Stafford jar really any weirder than a platypus?
Touché.
Now about that job application.
Hey Irving, I have something for you.
What's this?
We did some talking and thought this would be best for all of us.
A restraining order?
It's nothing personal. We're just tired of you constantly spying on us. Your spy cameras all over the place are disconcerting. Why don't you do something else? Like read a book, write a story?
Ooh, I'll write a story about you guys in Star Wars Universe during episode 4.
Man, Brooke and Isaac just rushed through their line delivery here. What was the deal with that? We weren't on that much of a time crunch for this, were we? I don't know.
Yep, I think this finally convinced them that we were serious. And I just got me making a fake restraining order to get rid of a creepy stalker patch. I still can't believe that that's actually a patch.
Eliza M. Fireside is a woman of many mysteries.
Yes, she is.
I don't want to do this tomorrow.
Oh, there you are, Staffer. Storm Staffer of the Week is... Miss Larson!
Yes, finally. It's about time.
I think everyone saw that coming.
I never win.
You weren't going to win this week anyway. Everyone knows Storm 101 and prom is always rigged.
Still can't believe you have kids, May. Or should it Dr. Hirano? How do you keep us a secret from them?
Believe me, Coulson, Ginger and Stacy's friends are so crazy they don't even notice.
And this whole scene was, of course, a reference to the fact that Ming-Na, who is Agent May on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is also the voice of Dr. Hirano.
Wow, those kids are gonna do some pretty amazing stuff someday.
You're telling me. S.H.I.E.L.D's actually had them under surveillance for quite some time now.
Nice try, Isabella, but a fake restraining order is not gonna stop me. I'm a level 7 S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
And Irving working for S.H.I.E.L.D. actually isn't that far off because Irving ends up working for Alka in the show. And yes, that is the cover of Stacy's Mom by Bowling for Soup. So obviously there's parts of this that didn't age well, and there's some bad acting because I was working with non-actors who I had to convince to be in this. But overall, I still had a blast making these. And ever since then, I've been wanting to do something similar. I tried to do a follow-up series during my senior year, but I think I was too ambitious for my own good. I ran into a lot of problems with it, and it didn't work out. It's safe to say that fan projects work a lot better when you've got a whole team of people who really, truly wants to be there. And especially after the success of the Musical Without a Cool Acronym, I've been really wanting to make another fan project. Maybe even something that combines two things that I love.
Oh, and the levitating candelabra is so cliche! Cliche? It's called an homage.
And a haunted mansion in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's right. In case you didn't hear, I'm going to be making a fan-made Haunted Mansion episode of The Ghost and Molly McGee. I've had this idea pretty much ever since I saw the Season 2 premiere, and I'm so excited to bring it to life. We're basically going to be making a full episode as an animatic storyboard. Pretty much exactly like what Key and Carlisle did for his incredible Return to the Bunker project earlier this year. And if that sounds like the kind of thing you would be interested in helping with, feel free to join my Discord server and let me know. And if you're interested in voice acting, stay tuned. I'll be having voice actor auditions at some point in the near future. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed taking this little trip down memory lane with me. Until next time, I'm Chandler DeRoche. See you later. Hey guys, Chandler here. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, this video was made possible by my patrons over at patreon.com/sunnylandprods. If you like my videos and want to help me out, just $1 a month gets you access to every video I make 1 week early, as well as your name in the credits of every single video. And $3 a month gets you access to all of that, plus fun bonus content like behind the scenes stuff and outtakes. That's patreon.com/sunnylandprods.